Thank you, Mr. Speaker. H.Con.Res 24 expresses a sense of Congress that any report Special Counsel Robert Mueller delivers to the Attorney General should be released to the public and to Congress. This concurrent resolution is important for several reasons. First, transparency is fundamental to the Special Counsel process, especially when dealing with matters of national security involving the President. In January 2017, the U.S. intelligence community unanimously reported that, quote, Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered an influence campaign in 2016 aimed at the U.S. presidential election, close quote, and that, quote, Putin and the Russian government developed a clear preference for President-elect Trump, close quote. As a result of the importance of this charge and the clear conflict of interest in a matter involving the President, Robert Mueller was appointed as special counsel by the acting Attorney General, quote, in order for the American people to have full confidence in the outcome. This is why, in the only other instance involving the appointment of a special counsel under the regulations concerning the Waco tragedy, the special counsel's report was released in full by the Attorney General. Second, this resolution is critical because of the many questions and criticisms of the investigation raised by the President and his administration. It is important that Congress stand up for the principle of full transparency at a time when the President has publicly attacked the Russian investigation more than 1,100 times and counting. Among other things, the President has repeatedly referred to the investigation as a witch hunt and called it a hoax, rigged, and a scam. This resolution is also needed because high-ranking DOJ officials have indicated that they may not release information about individuals who are not indicted. Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein stated last month that, quote, if we aren't prepared to prove our case beyond a reasonable doubt in court, then we have no business making allegations against American citizens, close quote. But this normally salutary policy must not apply in the event the Department adheres to its policy that it cannot indict a sitting president. To maintain that a sitting president cannot be indicted, no matter how much evidence there is, because he is a sitting president, and then to withhold evidence of wrongdoing from Congress because the president cannot be charged, is to convert the DOJ policy into the means for a cover-up. Third, releasing the Mueller report, even in its entirety, does not absolve the Department of Justice of its obligation to provide Congress with the underlying evidence uncovered by the special counsel. This expectation is well-grounded in precedent set by the Department just in the last Congress in connection with 3 Republican-led investigations into Hillary Clinton's emails, the dismissal of former acting FBI Director McCabe, and allegations of bias concerning the Russia investigation. With respect to the investigation involving Secretary Clinton's emails, this included the Department of Justice releasing to Congress more than 880,000 pages of documents regarding the FBI's decision-making, identifying to Congress the names of career officials involved in the charging decision, identifying to Congress specific court cases relied on in the charging decision, and making numerous DOJ and FBI personnel available to Congress for transcribed interviews. With respect to the dismissal of former acting Director McCabe, this included releasing to Congress all documents relied on by the Office of Professional Responsibility in making its decision. And with respect to claims of bias in the Russia investigation, this included not only releasing to the public an otherwise classified foreign intelligence application, but also releasing to Congress, 1, all underlying documents and communications involving the FISA application, 2, 4 memos detailing former FBI directors' communications with the President, 3, materials pertaining to classified briefings involving the Trump and Clinton presidential campaigns, and 4, making even more DOJ and FBI officials available for a total of 21 transcribed interviews and hearings. These precedents make clear the obligation of the Department of Justice to release all the evidence with respect to the Russia investigation. A vote for this resolution will send a clear signal to both the American people and to the Department of Justice that Congress believes transparency is a fundamental principle necessary to ensure that government remains accountable to the public. I urge my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to join me in supporting this common sense resolution. I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman